And we're on.
Welcome back to another Tier 1 Live. It is
buddy.
Thursday night. It's for the boys.
Yeah, buddy.
It's for the Patriots as well. Speaking of Patriots, with us, we have Ryan Hendrickson, former Green Beret.
Yeah.
Also served in the Navy and the Air Force, trips back and forth to Ukraine. We're going to get into Ukraine politics or the war on it a little bit more. I just got some questions. Pick your brain on that a little bit. Just did a recorded episode with him on the couch. As always, we have the bearded wonder, Magnet from Lion Arms.
Thank you
And
for having
making
me.
it all happen behind the computer, of course, is my favorite older brother, Drew Tucker.
He's back.
Let's go. All right, we got a lot to cover, but we're still going to spend most of the time with our guests because it's not often we get someone who's been to Ukraine, to be honest with you, as much as you have. So if you guys have questions about that war, where it's going after we talk about it, or while, send us a super chat. He has promised to answer all questions regardless of their classified level. Is that correct? Ryan, is that correct?
And he's going to name names.
And he's going to full names.
Full names.
All right. Well,
Got pictures still.
we'll see where that goes. Kicking it off though,
Once the Epstein files are released, then I'll go ahead and I'll do all that. So,
Trump released them.
He did actually.
and I'm gonna redact just like they were released.
The U.S.-Iran war has come to a semi-end, and I don't really see it going much further than this. Were you tracking that at all, or the updates on it? It looks like they signed an agreement that ends up being a 60-day ceasefire. There's still key issues to be resolved, but oil prices fell. Tankers are already moving through the Strait of Hormuz. Natural gas prices dipped below $4 a gallon. It does irritate me a little bit. The American people are so finicky. I called this earlier. I said, yeah, they're going to spike, and then something good is going to happen. Like, I don't know, remove someone from the axis of evil, and then gas prices are going to go back down. I'm not a rich man, but I'll pay a little bit more in gas to beat the crap out of Iran for a few months, and now they're back down below $4 a gallon. Continuing, the United States imposed new sanctions on individuals and entities linked to Hezbollah. How do we have new ones? How have we not sanctioned everyone and everything we can linked to Hezbollah? Let's see what else. Here's something funny. So they won't learn. They won't learn. So the Iranian parliament speaker put out a tweet today, and he said, "In the event of bad faith, breach of contract, and excessive demands by the opposing side, we have no hesitation in delivering a crushing response to the enemy. If they wish to tread that path again, they will receive an even harder slap from us." I don't think you slapped us. I think you got slapped really hard over and over and over again.
Yeah,
It doesn't surprise me, but just the audacity of the Iranians still being that little annoying kid that you throw around because he's been talking too much for too long, gets the crap beat out of him, and he still pops up and it's like, that didn't hurt. Like it's just crazy. It's crazy.
well, I mean, yeah, but they're trying to maintain a grasp on their society, and so they're going to go out and they're going to say what they have to say to hold the position as strength or what they think is strength.
Everything about that culture is saving face, position of power, posturing, whether you have it or not, which is part of the downfall of that culture, and it's why those Islamic regimes and Middle Eastern regimes are where they are, and this nation founded upon Christian principles are where we are. It's a little bit of an oversimplification, but it's not wrong.
I mean, it's not. And sometimes the simplification of it is what's needed, because I think we try to make things too difficult when it actually it's very simple. It makes a lot of sense.
I say it all the time. The biggest lie that I was told in the military, and that we're still told to this day in politics and almost in business and anything, is this: it's complicated. I mean, you can make it as complicated as you want to make it, but most things are pretty straightforward. It's good versus evil, black and white, and you can't let secondary and tertiary things and the unknown and just fret about that put you into indecision, which is what happens at a political level all the time. Just do the right thing that's in front of you and deal with whatever comes from that next. Just continue doing the right thing.
Well, and I also think that overcomplicating everything is what has caused a lot of our issues. When it's, because I've done pretty well for myself, and in all 50 states, I'm a certified dumbass, and I've done
Certified.
Certified.
Yes.
Certified. I can actually get a parking spot in some states. But when life is that simple, it's just that simple.
Yeah.
Once you start to complicate things, and politics does it really well, because I also believe that a lot of politics have become extremely complicated in order to not only confuse, but to make a lot of the American voters just say, you know what, they know what they're doing.
Beat me to it.
Yeah.
There are some intellectuals who truly do see it as complicated. They're too smart for their own good. I'll give a pass to some of them. But most of them, that's the easy cover. If you can't figure it out because you're not smart enough, just say it's complicated and hide behind that veil. And that's what I'm afraid happens more.
Or say it's complicated so you don't have to explain it.
Yeah.
Because what are the American people asking for right now? They're asking for simple things like release this or expose this, or for example, how are you making all this money with whatever?
Right. How are you rich as a politician? And that's a pretty simple question. I think it deserves a pretty simple answer.
Or why isn't there term limits?
Yeah.
Or, this very, very simple stuff that we are so, we have it wrapped up in so much complication that it either people lose interest and they're like, oh, well, they know what they're doing. Yeah. And so they'll vote with, for the less of two evils. Like, hey, well, I'm going to go this way because that's obviously better than them. Yeah. Or they're just going to quit asking questions, because if I start throwing quantum physics at you when you're asking me what's 2 + 2, you're going to be like, all right, dude, cool. Yeah. You do you.
We got to start seeing through that and start calling it out. There's a lot of other things to cover. Just really quick to cover, catch up on current events. I know you did, Magnet. I know you did.
Yeah.
You watched those UFC fights at the White House?
1,000%, and I fucking teared when the fucking Jets.
Watch your mouth. This is a family show.
Well, you got them all excited talking about
I'm
fights.
so excited about it. It was so great.
He got all excited. And I get it. That's why I'm not really mad at you. I get it.
And it was Trump's 80th birthday.
Yeah. I feel like
How America is that?
I feel like that's my fault. I set you up for that. I got you all excited, and then chastise you. That's on me. That's not on you. That's on me. I'll take that.
Chat.
This is what I wanted to talk to you about it. All the fights were
all knockouts.
Exciting.
So exciting.
Almost nothing got out of the first round.
And what's crazy is so many people are talking trash about the card before it happened, and then after the card happened,
I can't hear Magnet. Can you hear Magnet? Oh, nope.
Can you hear him now?
I can hear you. Go ahead.
No, I was so and everybody was talking so much trash about the card before it happened, and then after the card, everybody's like, it was the best card, it was this and that. I was like, everybody knew that was going to happen.
Everyone was talking so much trash. from the left, really, and some people in the middle about questioning whether this event should take place and just doing, as always, no matter what Trump does, they hate it. I love to see it the day after the fight. ESPN, even though it's sports, they shouldn't be left or right. ESPN is left. They wrote an article praising it, and it was like, you know what? This was the event America needed, and they did it right. Man,
So great.
First responders, Medal of Honor winners walking out with the fighters, the Marine Corps band playing the
They
walkout
did
songs.
such a great job too.
And everything about it.
So great.
I started thinking what it took to put that spectacle on. It took $60 million, by the way, but it doesn't matter how much money you throw at it. Like you can, it's so, there's so many moving pieces and it's live, and to pull that off in the way they did, kudos.
They had 85,000 people behind them.
Oh, I know. I saw it when you zoomed out.
85,000 people behind them.
Yeah, it was awesome. And then the fun. Well, of course, what's the big black fighter who said at the end, he's like, and Michelle Obama's a man. He's not black.
No.
What is he?
Josh, I can't. It's K. I think it was his last name.
No. He fought the black guy.
He fought
oh my
Derek
gosh,
Lewis. He fought Derek Lewis.
Yeah, he fought him. Yeah, and when he ended with that, I was like, oh no,
And
no.
he's getting sued, by the way.
By who?
The Obamas.
Really?
Yep, for defamation of character.
I guess he didn't like it.
Defamation. Can you sue for that?
I don't know.
I want to know how much.
I don't know if it's 25 million, but
I just like to think. I hope it's not 25 minutes. I just like to think that I just want to keep my lawsuit bigger than his. You know, it's a little point of pride.
you also
for me.
see Sean Strickland got kicked out.
Some people are saying that was a.
It was staged. but
You think I was
whatever.
staged?
Yeah, 100%.
Okay, all right. But
It was awesome.
the fight of the night,
Justin Gaethje.
Gaethje.
Elio,
Oh
the
my,
boy.
5-1 underdog, and he beat the brakes off that guy. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't. I mean, I hoped for it, but I couldn't believe it. I haven't been that excited for a UFC fight in a long time. And I was like, man, it'd just be amazing if this guy won, fighting a foreigner on the White House lawn in front of the president's birthday. He's 40 some. How old is he? No, 38.
Justin Gaethje
Yeah,
is 38.
38. Like that's you don't have a whole lot left in the tank, you know, at that. But man, that was
It's giving me goosebumps.
I know,
just talking
giving me
about it because
goosebumps.
It was so awesome to watch.
one of the coolest pictures of the night is him backflipping off the top with the White House in the background. Of course.
And then I thought he almost broke his neck of a second flip that he did. He over-rotated. I was like, no, don't break your neck now.
I know, but if I was him, I'd retire.
Oh,
Retire
he needs to
right
retire.
now. You're 38. This is the top. Go out on top. You will never leave bigger than you just won right now. It was for a title as well.
2 titles.
It was awesome. I got to see that. I don't even remember who we played because I don't care that much about soccer. But you know, anytime America's playing in soccer and it's the World Cup, I'm gonna watch. And then we beat them 4-1. It's just been a good. It's just been a
great
good
weekend.
time to be an American.
Hey, I don't follow soccer at all, but I heard that America and UK might play for the championship on July 4.
Drew, that's ridiculous. That you even know that. That's what's ridiculous.
It is
about
ridiculous that I
All
know
right,
that.
I can't believe you said that.
My wife told me.
Okay, that makes more sense. I looked into that.
No, it's the truth.
It's possible.
We got Australia.
possible.
It
We
is
got Australia
possible,
tomorrow, though.
but depends on the seeding when they both make it out. Also, they would need to win their first match out of groups to meet in the round of 16. As of now, they give it an 8 to 12% probability, but crazier things have happened. Crazier. Could you?
Miracle on Ice.
We just
No, we just had that.
we just had that. I was just
Oh,
thinking,
yeah. Miracle
we
on Ice
just beat Canada for a gold medal.
Well,
Gaethje
and
just
Gaethje
won
just
as a
won.
5-1 underdog, and I'm telling you, on our soil, on July 4th, our 250th birthday, the best chance we have at beating England is facing them on July 4th.
England looks good.
They do.
Oh, wow.
And I know that wasn't the biggest opponent, but still, for them to come out like that with 4-1, that's a good start. Hopefully, they can keep that momentum. They do look like a good team, but it's not my forte. What say you about the American soccer team?
I think they're gonna win it all.
They have a chance, or
I
they
think
will.
They do definitely have a
That's
chance.
what you're calling, or you're saying they have a chance?
No, they're gonna win.
I love that.
We
I
look like
that
the most.
confidence.
I mean, look.
We look like the most complete team when we played. I think it was Paraguay.
Yes,
We look
was
like
Paraguay, yeah.
we look like the most complete team.
Yeah. The other thing that I love about what's going on right now in the World Cup is all these foreigners are coming over. And for like the past 5 years or so, they've been told, especially ever since the Summer of Love and beyond, America's a bad place. America's a dangerous place. Don't go to America. It's not what you think it is.
We got guns.
And have you seen the reaction videos to all these foreigners coming over and going, oh my gosh, America's amazing.
Yeah.
Everyone's friendly. The stadiums are amazing. The people are amazing. The restaurants, the logistics. Like, what were they? I haven't seen anything bad. What were they talking about? America's amazing. I'm like, yeah, we know.
Yep.
And now you know. So quit. Just media. They're a problem in every country.
We're not Belfast.
Oh no.
And we'll continue to be amazing as long as we keep Muslims out of our country. I mean, let's just be honest. I mean, that's England's problem right now. That's Italy's problem right now. That's
Ireland's
Spain's problem. Just go down the list. So it is important that we keep our culture, and you do have to protect that. And people can say whatever they want about, oh, that's a bigoted mindset. That's a you can call me a name over that statement, but it doesn't make it less true. Just because I could have phrased it better. I could have.
Just look what's happening over there.
We just had Monday's episode. I cannot wait. The book's up there. I can't see it in those views. That's okay. Black Ops, Rick Prado. He is a Cuban-born American, and he got basically smuggled out of Cuba. His parents came back eventually and met up with him, and he came over legally. I say he got smuggled out. He got smuggled out of Cuba into a legal pipeline to come over here and to America. His dad, when they came to meet him, had nothing. They left as upper middle class over there. They come here, they have nothing. His dad refused to ever take any form of welfare from this country. And as soon as he got there, he's like, hey, we all have to learn the language. This is our country now, and we have to give back to it. We're not anti-immigration. We're anti-illegal immigrants, and we're anti-immigrants that won't assimilate. Those type of immigrants, Rick Prado, who ended up serving 22 years in the CIA, I'll take those guys all day long, all day long. So I just hate it when they clump in oh, you hate immigrants. No, I don't. There's different types.
Well,
there's good ones, there's bad ones.
We're a country of immigrants.
See J.D. Vance on The View.
No, what did J.D. Vance on The View do?
Oh, he put them in their place. It was a great, great watch.
I'm telling you, there's, who's putting people in their place and has absolutely gone up 6 steps in my book. Marco Rubio.
Oh yeah,
crushing it. And, he was okay as a congressman out of Florida, and he didn't have a great showing in the presidential debates when he was running as a candidate. But I never thought he was bad. It just wasn't his time, and I didn't think he was the right guy. Drew, pull up Instagram. See, go that one right there, right with yes. Watch this. Unmute it.
Rule out U.S. regime change in Cuba?
Regime change?
Yes.
Oh, no, I think we would love to see the regime there change.
The president just mistook the two countries for each other, correct?
Yeah, he meant to say Greenland, but I think we're all familiar with presidents that have verbal stumbles. We've had presidents like that before. Some made a lot more than this one.
Bombing a capital, blockading a country, and removing elected officials.
We didn't remove an elected official. We removed someone who was not elected, and it was actually an indicted drug trafficker in the United States.
Are you the lead for U.S. government on foreign policy?
No, the lead on U.S. foreign policy is named Donald J. Trump, the President of the United States.
We have not received any information on the Board of Peace. Do you commit to informing us about what the heck this is?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
a board of peace.
Criteria for returning to a military option and putting boots on.
Well, I don't recall the president saying he's going to put troops in Venezuela. Where did he say that?
I'm asking you, what are your...
But that's what you said. I didn't remember
The president has already said that he was ready to put American troops in Venezuela.
No, I think the president has said that he retains the right as commander-in-chief to protect the United States against any imminent threats. Maybe that involves troops, maybe that involves air power. We hope, but we don't anticipate that being the case in Venezuela.
The more of Marco Rubio I see, the more I like him.
He's crushing
He
it.
is absolutely one of the most competent people in
He
Trump's.
is. He's crushing it. I love to see it. Love to see it. We get to claim him. He's from Florida.
Yeah, Betty.
We're claiming that. Between that and Ron DeSantis, we're just...
I think both of them
We're
need
winning.
to be on a card together. Smash it. Smash it.
Poll the chat, Drew. We're going to do this early, and we'll go to some super chats. Republican presidential candidate, J.D. Vance or Marco Rubio? Got to pick one. And I still like J.D. Vance. And I hate to even have to pick between those two because J.D. Vance has done a great job. He was another surprise to me. When he was picked as the VP, I don't even know who he was. Like, who is this guy? And he's been great. I got nothing against him. I can't really pick out anything. I'm like, oh, that was a misstep.
I don't think so either. I
He
think he's
fires
great.
back well too. You know,
Smart.
in
He's
a
doing
good way.
book tour right now.
Yeah. All right, Drew. Let's go to them super chats and see what the people have to say.
All right, guys. The first one up is Holy Fook, and he says, "Evening. Down here in the meh state of Texas, I had to live in Houston for 10 years. Too hot, too humid, too much traffic, too much concrete, and way too much country music.
know about that.
Why do people like it so?" Probably the country music.
The country music shouldn't have been on that negative. Don't do that.
That's like too much fun. What's that
That's
mean?
what that means. Right.
It's like too much money. There's no such thing.
Oh, Drew.
All right, at Just Know 11 Bravo, if you know, you know. Just wanted to be first.
And he wasn't. That's unfortunate.
And
but
then
you
he
can't
says,
have it
or
all.
second.
You won Panos.
Yeah,
You can't have it all.
that's awesome. All right, Holy
Or
Fook.
second.
I know, wait a second. Holy Fukin says, Brent, when you were on mission on target, when did you guys decide, hey, this would be a great time to take a pic of the guys? Is someone whipping out cell phone or what? What's your favorite pic?
Oh man, that's a great question. Usually it's usually one guy who's probably on his last trip, and so he's thinking about photos. And so while everyone else is super busy, and of course after it's secure, and SSE is done, and all the work is done, he's probably the one that's going to go, "Hey guys, we need to get a pic." Mm-hmm. And you're like, but when he says that, you're like, absolutely. Why didn't I think of that? We never get pics. That's kind of usually how it happens. Someone on one of their last deployments, where they feel like it might be their last deployment, he's usually the one who's thinking of pictures. And do I have a favorite picture of that? I can't think of a favorite one. I hate to say it, I like them all equally because you're on target with the boys. Mm-hmm. Like it just doesn't get better than that. What say you?
I love it. I absolutely love it because
Didn't do it enough.
Yeah, something my dad told me. He was like, "I wish I would have took more pictures in Vietnam, but I never did, and the opportunities were there." And so, yeah, when you're on target,
I'll give him a pass. Yeah. It's a lot easier for us to take pictures these days than it was for him.
Exactly, but like for me, I enjoy looking back on those memories. I enjoy, remembering. You kind of you see that picture, and then you remember, the smells and the sights and the sounds and everything like that. And so, no, I was now obviously the environment has to permit it,
Right.
But no, I love pictures.
Yeah.
I love it because they're there and they're there forever.
Absolutely. What else we got, Drew?
Just another 11 Bravo says, asking for Flucky 7 who can't be here, Glock or Sig.
And that one's to you, Glock or Sig. Think about this answer before you just throw it out there. This is important to us.
Okay, so
No pressure.
I am not a gun nut at all.
That's fine.
But and I recently learned what EDC was. That's called everyday carry. I know you guys probably don't know that, but I thought it was just a concealed. It's like, oh, what's your concealed? It's like, what's your EDC? I was like,
You're stalling.
I'm a guy.
You're stalling.
Sig.
I need an answer.
Sig.
There it is.
Oh, get out.
My
out.
my everyday carry is a P365.
There you go.
Remind me to call Nick. And on our guest questionnaire, that's going on the guest questionnaire. It's going on the guest questionnaire.
Yep.
You know, and if and that's on us for not
You didn't vet him. You didn't vet him good enough. Jeez.
But again, this is coming from probably the most ungun nut guy in the entire history of the regiment. So,
All right.
Okay. It's better than what I have. All right. Holy Fook says, Ryan, Bigfoot or UFOs? Any stories on either? And do you believe?
I believe in both. 100%. Bigfoot's out there. Man, if it wasn't for the nonprofit work we're doing right now, I would definitely have Green Berets hunting Bigfoot. It would be on.
Is that the? Am I going to say this right? Is that the Oregonian in you?
Yes.
Or is it Oregonian?
It's real. And sorry,
is that the right word?
Yes.
Or
Oregonian.
Oh,
Yeah, you're an Oregonian.
Is that the Oregonian in you?
Yeah, absolutely. Ohio has Bigfoots. They just had a bunch of recent sightings in Ohio. There was at least like 25 different reports of it. It's real. He's out there.
Do they just live forever? Why have we never found a dead Bigfoot?
Because it's an alien. UFOs.
All right.
He's walking through wormholes, man. All right. Holy Fook back in. It says, Brent, Drew, here's a suggestion. Set your watch clock ahead by 15 minutes so you're never rushing to a live.
We started at 8 o'clock on the dot last week. I don't know what the difference is this week.
Holy Fook, where were you 15 minutes ago? All right.
We were on.
That's good advice too late. All right. That's good advice too late. All right. The real Justin G87 says, esoteric one tonight, boys. Jizro, the super seal, secretly wants to be Harry Sisson's concubine, not the other way around. Look up if you need to get joke. Gonna have to look that up.
The Super Seal currently wants to be a Harry Sisson's concubine. Gosh, I don't get that.
I don't know. All right, we'll have to look it up. Do anybody know who's Harry Sisson?
I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know that one either. All right, they'll let us know. Gus, formerly Lone Star.
Gus.
What's up, brother? Choosing Texas. Ella Langley outro song for the Ella fellas.
Got on it early. I was on the phone with Gus earlier today on my long drive from South Florida up here, and that's when I found out he was an Ella fella. You guys probably aren't familiar with that term, are you?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, that's who Ella Langley is, a female country singer, and for guys who like her are called Ella fellas. Cam, who was in that seat last week, is also a self-proclaimed Ella fella. Yeah.
Right Wing Nut says, Josh Hockett said Michelle Obama was a dude. Now the Democrats suddenly know what a woman is.
The irony in that.
Oh, man, I know.
The irony in that. All of a sudden, they know what a woman is.
They were mad about the UFC 250 being at the White House, but they didn't care that Biden had a party at the White House with other people there.
All right. You know what? Perfect. We'll stop there for a second. Drew, to Instagram. That reminds me.
Perfect.
We just got to find it. We were running a little bit late. We didn't exactly line these things up the way we normally do. But it'll have to do with the Biden White House. Keep going a little bit, not too fast on me. I know it's in there. Oh, I know it's in there. So that's, well, I can't. I hate it when Nick puts things in there like that.
It's not
let's Drew
this
that
one.
Yeah, let's try that. If it ain't that one, it's the one above it. But
Hillary Clinton tweeting out that this is what Trump has done to the people's house. A third of it is rubble. Another third is a cage match. What a metaphor, end quote. And I hate to be the one to point this out to Hillary, but remind me again what Bill did in the Oval Office, Hillary. Like, maybe sit this one out. And I hate to point this one out to Democrats, but when Joe Biden was president, this is what the South Lawn of the White House looked like during Pride Month. On the South Lawn of the White House, trans men were showing off their surgically crafted breasts on the South Lawn of the White House. Again, just to be clear, these are all men exposing themselves on the South Lawn of the White House. Joe Biden was president. Kamala was vice president. Who could forget when Kamala then opened the door to her office and this happened? Yep, guy in a beard wearing a dress at the White House. This is normal, they told us. But which event seems more offensive to you? The UFC Pride fight paid for with private funds. It's going to happen on Flag Day, where they will honor the American flag, or the Trans-Siberian Orchestra performing on the South Lawn, complete with topless trans men celebrating a rainbow-colored flag dedicated to people who want us to celebrate what they do in the bedroom. The choice is yours. Hillary Clinton tweeting
That's crazy.
So that's okay.
That one really gets me going. It does. It just gets me going. It's so crazy that I've said it before. If it wasn't for a double standard, the left would have no standards at all. For them to be disgusted at the UFC fights, which was awesome, and it's like they think we don't have a memory or things don't live on social media. How crazy is it for Hillary Clinton to weigh in on this and say this is disgusting what's happening at the White House, when what your husband did in the Oval Office? Like, we do remember this, but they just act with impunity. They do.
If you go back in history a little bit, Teddy Roosevelt, boxer, fighter. What was he doing at the White House?
Had a boxing match there.
Multiple.
Yep. Do you want to know why he stopped it?
I do. I don't know why.
Because he got hit so hard he almost lost his eyesight. And they're like, "Sir, you're the president of the United States. You can't go blind boxing in the lawn of the White House."
Still awesome.
Still awesome.
You're right. And that's not a negative story to that.
Yeah.
That's how awesome that was. Yeah. Could you imagine getting... It's one thing to have the UFC fights and fighting another fighter. Mm-hmm. Could you imagine getting invited to the White House to box the president?
Oh, yeah.
And whoever that guy was took it seriously. He's like, "Well, you're going toe to toe with me. You may be the president, but I'm going to hit you in the face as hard as I can, as often as possible." And apparently, he did.
Well, something tells me that President Roosevelt wasn't holding back either.
Oh no!
So once you get tagged a few times, it's like,
I believe he was a boxer also before.
Yeah,
he was a boxer. Yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah. All right, back to Super.
All right. Alex G says, "Hey guys, hope you're all doing well. Brent, what's the situation with Tyler? I hope y'all are on good terms. Hate to see your previous podcast throw shade. I think y'all made good team, just different ideas."
I'm unaware that he's throwing shade at me. So I don't know. You have to tell me what episode and where that he's throwing shade on me. But I don't care that he's throwing shade at me, because something tells me that if he is, because I don't know he is, but I assume he said that for a reason, he needs a response from me, because that'll get views. But I don't need shade from him to get views. We're doing just fine. So try another tactic.
Thank you, fellas. Joe Saunders Yippee-ki-yay says, honest question, the trouble in Europe and Britain are due to immigration or the inability and baseless fear of the governments over there to make all adhere to the laws of the land? Just saying.
It can be both. It can be both. But I will tell you this. If you draw water from a dirty pond, you're going to get dirty water. And they can try to enforce laws more, like all you want, but those type of people that don't respect your country are still going to break those laws. Now, don't get me wrong. Enforcing your laws would help. But only allowing people into your country that want to respect your country and enforcing laws is the answer.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a 1-2 punch. It's not an either or. It's not an either or scenario.
But also the double standard, enforcing laws for the citizens of that country, but then there's another group of people that get away with it because of
right.
So you know what I'm getting at.
Yeah, I do. I wish I had a saying about double standards, but you get that joke. Thank you. Drew.
Yo.
Let's go to the poll. It's a little bit early. But let's see what the people say.
They usually do it pretty fast.
Yeah.
So far, it looks like 58% Marco Rubio.
Ryan, you surprised by that?
So I'm in the same boat as you are. That would be a very, very, very hard decision.
Yeah.
You would have to be doing some serious research to find something smallest that maybe you don't quite agree with, and then go off of that, because I don't see either one of them as bad.
You got to pick one. Who you picking? You got a ballot in front of you.
Man, I love both of them. Okay, it'll boil down to this. I love Florida. Florida's my home. Marco Rubio.
All right. Magnet, what say you?
Marco Rubio. I think that J.D. Vance is a great vice president, but I think he did the same. He would do the same thing that Marco Rubio did. He would go in too early.
Okay.
Because he's still young. He still is young.
Sure. Drew, what say you?
Rubio all day. Rubio.
Yeah, I agree with what you said. I think it needs to be Rubio. It's a win-win situation, by the way. If that's where we're at in the Republican Party, we're good.
Flip
right?
a coin.
Yeah. I'd put Rubio on the top of that ticket. I'd put Vance as a VP, and then the next election, I think Vance is ready to take the helm, because he's still got a lot of miles left in the tank.
I kind of like the Florida card, DeSantis, Rubio. I mean, there's a flavor to it.
Dang it! You throw that curveball at me after I just made a decision.
I think they go for 8 years together.
Yeah,
and then DeSantis.
Yeah. Oh gosh.
Boom.
Right. Yeah. All right.
You heard it here first.
That's right.
On the Tier 1 podcast.
We're at the edge, the cutting edge of politics. All right. What else we got, Drew?
Sean Combs says, TGIT Live, just wanted to thank Drew and your dad for coming to Ohio for the OTOA conference. Hope you had a great experience. I did my best to fill your booth. Plan on trying the Connecticut tonight. All right, absolutely, Sean. Yeah, it was wonderful. That was the first big conference that Brent and I's dad went to, and he absolutely loved it. He was so impressed with everybody.
We didn't even talk about that because you weren't here for the last Thursday night. I haven't seen you since then. Yeah, how was Dad's experience at a FRCC booth and a big tactical officer conference?
So he gave out bourbon all day. That's what he did.
One for you, one for me.
Yeah, that's it. He was just giving out bourbon and bagging groceries. It was great. He did great. And of course, OTOA always comes up with a lot of love. We stood all day long, taking care of business. But it's kind of like going to the SWAT competition. You hang around with dudes with arms that big for that long. You feel like you need to go home and do some more push-ups. That's it. That's what he said. All right. P. Scott says, how come the Tier 1 SBR has a pistol brace?
P. Scott, how come you don't know the answer to that question? Magnet, take it.
Because it's not an SBR, it's a pistol.
And why? Explain it. Yeah. Walk him down.
Because if it's underneath 16 inch, it has to have a pistol brace on unless you SBR it. So you have to have a pistol brace on it.
Yeah. And I personally, unless it's for some sort of particular competition shooting where you have to, it's a particular range with a particular bullet. That's a self-defense gun. I did 16-inch barrels have no place in that world. I really wanted to keep it at the 10.5-inch range, and the only way to do that is with a pistol brace. So, and that's if I don't mind saying so myself, it's a good looking pistol brace. They're not, some are better than others. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Thank you, Magnet.
You're welcome.
All right, we only got a few left. Drunk Christian 03 says, Jesus Christ is king of the universe, and he loves you. Rapture is imminent. Prophecy is going crazy. God bless. John 3:16.
Drew.
Yo.
When are you going to do a Revelations episode for this podcast?
For this podcast?
Yes.
Whenever you want, buddy. Whenever you want.
Whenever I want.
Whenever you want.
Interesting.
Well, you know what day to take off to.
All right.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go right now if you want to do it right now.
Man, that's fun. Last time I said, maybe just because we're on air, of course, last time I said that to you, like, I don't know, I'd really got to brush up on it. Well, now it's whenever I want.
Well, I think last time I said just give me a day or two.
Okay.
Now my standards have just lowered.
He's also got truth in the dark.
Love the honesty.
Yeah.
He's got truth in the dark, so he's constantly talking about it.
Yeah, truth in the dark has sharpened me a little bit. Yeah. You know, I'm in the word a whole lot more, so I love it.
All right.
The real Justin G87 says P365 gang represent. The real Justin back end says Patreon general chat for tweet Rob posted for my joke. All right.
Let me see what he's getting into.
So that Henry dude is like some leftist, I don't know, flamer or something.
Okay, I'll check it out, man. The Patreon community has just been great lately, man. If you guys aren't on our Patreon, you're missing out on that community. You know, like we say in our recorded, we have a gun forum. You have guys that know way more about guns than I do that can answer all your questions. We got a fitness forum. Phil's always in there talking about anything you know about testosterone and peptides with HBTRT. I just started a book club.
I saw it.
Did you see it?
Of course.
For the nerds.
For the nerds.
that I'm proudly a part of. I'm in that forum. And the general discussion is just ridiculous.
We need a hot dog forum in there because people keep asking me all the time.
Need a hot dog forum?
Yeah, and I can't start it. So
okay. I might throw that out there for you. Oh, by the way, I'll go ahead and announce it. This Tuesday night, we have a I shouldn't say surprise because I'm saying it.
Special.
Thank you. Gosh, it's a bad night when Magnet is telling me the words.
Yeah, giving you the words to say.
I've been talking a lot lately, so you know.
All right,
I'm brushing up.
Mike Glover is coming on the show and doing a live with us this Tuesday. I don't think we've ever done a live outside of Thursday, have we? Drew, Magnet, can you guys think of it?
Nope.
It doesn't mean we're not doing a live Thursday because we have to do a live Thursday because Kyle Morgan's coming on the show.
Boom.
Nice.
What a week.
So between Ryan Hendrickson, Mike Glover, and Kyle Morgan, by the way, if you guys don't know, you'll find out on his episode, he was teammates. Ryan was teammates with Kyle Morgan. When Ryan was blown up, Kyle Morgan threw him on his shoulder. And attempted in one fell swoop to walk a click, but that's a lot to ask of a man. He broke it up, but I loved the gusto that he had to be like, I got this.
Oh, I tell you what, Kyle, he praises me for how light I am. He was saying the entire time, I wish you were heavier, man. But you're just so light. Yeah.
You have another distinction that I'm giving you right now, which is the only man I know of to step on an IED and still have all his appendages.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, they went through the ringer. Don't get me wrong.
They did.
But you did maintain them.
I did.
At quite a cost. 28 surgeries or so.
Yeah, 28 surgeries.
He's made of different stuff.
28 surgeries, right leg.
That's just the right leg.
Yeah, we had surgeries other places.
Right. Are you Are you with the twigs and berries? Are you counting those surgeries as well? Is that a separate counter?
No, that was a separate one.
That's still a leg surgery.
That's still.
I mean, I probably could.
True.
I probably could shop at. I probably could shop at Baby Gap, but no, I wouldn't call it a leg. Thank you.
We keep up this type of filth talk, we're going to lose our family show moniker between you two over there.
I call it a leg. I mean, I'm not one to brag. But.
Any more super chats? I want to talk about Ukraine a little bit. We'll get through the super chats.
Let's talk about Ukraine right here on this super chat. All right, because it's to Ryan. Ryan, can you tell? This is Range Wizard.
Yeah.
Can you tell us a tale of a sketchy situation you encountered in Ukraine involving mines, submunitions, or other UXO ERW? Also, what brand of piss bottle do you prefer for your EDC? Just concentrate on the first part of that question.
Yeah, so let me start with the second one that I know nothing about, but I'm assuming he's talking about a suppressor.
Okay.
And that's the only thing I can imagine.
No, it's an inside joke here at the...
No, he's talking about the submunitions right now, Drew.
Oh, my bad.
Correct.
No, I was talking about the second question.
Yeah, he's talking about the second question.
I don't know what a piss bottle... I know what piss bottles are. I've been deployed plenty of times.
Yeah. What'd you tell me earlier in the garage between takes? You're like, I'm a piss bottle expert.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Yeah, you're talking about they took that really nice hotel, like the toilet doesn't work.
Yeah, toilet doesn't work, and it's like it doesn't matter. I'm a piss bottle expert.
Yeah,
so I don't actually know what a piss bottle is.
No, it's a literal piss bottle. It's not. It's not.
No, yeah, it's a literal.
Yeah,
it's an inside joke because Rob O'Neill's call sign is Jizro. Went on the UBL mission, and while he was busy not being the lone shooter of UBL, I'll say all this so you don't have to get sued for $25 million. I
don't know anything about
it. He said he pissed in a piss bottle in the helo, and then he put it in his cargo pocket, and he forgot about it, and he cleared the whole place pretty much by himself, really. And then got all the way back to Afghanistan and realized that he still had the piss bottle in his cargo pocket. So that's where the fixation with piss bottles comes from. Just so you know, catch you up.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
you're good. You're good.
All right.
And I believe they're calling your wiener an EDC is what they're doing.
Oh, nice. Well, I do appreciate that compliment.
That's my guess. Since tonight is just going to be our PG-13 live show.
Love it.
Of course, watch it right back and be like, Brent, that's not what I was talking about.
Okay, yeah.
So, Ryan, on the sketchy situation you encountered in Ukraine involving mines, submunitions, or all those letters.
Explosive remnants of war, ERW. So UXOs, ERW. Yeah, I mean, there's plenty of sketchy situations, but I would say that they involve probably the scariest mine for me in Ukraine, and that is the OZM-72. And OZM-72 is a bounding mine. So basically it pops up out of the ground. It'll shoot up 0.09 meters. And when it explodes, the KIA radius is 25 meters, and the injury radius is 50 meters. And so when you have this network of tripwires, and multiple different devices connected to it, you can technically go out 24 meters with these tripwires, which is a very long distance. And so once you start to come into tripwires, I mean those are it's extremely sketchy because you have no idea if you're coming up on OZMs. You don't know if it's going to be. So when you have a MON series mines, so you have the MON 50, which is the equivalent of our Claymore.
Okay.
But then you have MON 90s, MON 100s, MON 200s. So 90 is 90 meters. 100, yeah, and 200, MON 200.
Whew.
Yeah, you're gonna
to it.
Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of issues. And so anything tripwire, to be honest with you, gets pretty sketchy because there's also a TTP or tactic technique procedure to put anti-personnel mines around the tripwires because you're so focused on the device that, it's the old Taliban trick. Like, here's an IED that's kind of halfway out of the ground, and then you just walked into an entire minefield. So it's the same concept. It's very effective.
So I got a question for you when it comes to landmines. we don't really use them in our current U.S. tactics, and even when we have like a claymore, like it from what I remember, it always had to be monitored.
Command detonated.
Yeah, and or if it wasn't, like it had to be monitored, and when you left, or the area that you had placed this device in had to be monitored, and it had to come with you when you left. Is that just a U.S. Just because we're good guys? Is there anything in what the Russians are doing, all those landmines? Is that against the Geneva Convention or any sort of treaty? Is it legal? Is it legal to do that?
So there is the Ottawa Treaty.
Yes, that's what I was trying to think of, the Ottawa Treaty.
Russia is not a signatory of that. Neither is the United States. And so, but there is also certain kind of munitions that are, or I'm sorry, there are certain kind of mines that are banned.
Okay.
I can't get into too much detail of it, not because it's, like 007 shit, but I just don't, like somebody on Super Chats would just tear me up with a quick wiki check.
Happens to me almost every week.
but as far as like the U.S. using landmines, I mean, the Gulf War and all of us that, have been in, from basic infantry all the way up, special operations, the use of claymores is all part of, your ambush.
Right.
And that is considered a mine.
Right.
And so it's not necessarily that we don't do it, but the regulations behind it is like command detonated. So, I mean, we could even use IEDs if we want, improvised explosive devices, as long as they're command detonated.
Okay.
As far as minefields go, so a lot of our mines or cluster munitions, which a lot of those cluster munitions are in Ukraine now, the self-destruct mechanism is extremely important. There's always going to be a dud rate, but the self-destruct mechanism is extremely important because of what Southeast Asia is dealing with right now, mainly Laos and Cambodia from that conflict and with the cluster munitions everywhere. But there's a lot of legalities behind the use of landmines and cluster munitions. It depends on who you talk to and what their opinions are on it. My opinion is this: landmines are extremely effective. You saw, and again, IEDs are still in that same class. You saw what the Taliban was able to do with a superpower like the United States. You are seeing what the Ukrainians are able to do with the Russians, and that is a combination of landmines and drones. Now you have to worry about what's underneath the ground and what's above your head. And so it definitely has... It has significantly reduced freedom of movement on the battlefield, which is, that's key because landmines, in definition, are terrain denial. And so, I just think it depends on who you ask and what side they're on when it comes to landmines. But I think they're extremely effective as long as they are policed up and monitored and correctly reported.
All right, there you go. Continuing on.
All right. Now, earlier you wanted to talk a little bit about Ukraine. Is there any other stuff we want to talk about Ukraine? Take a break from the super chats.
You know what? Well, we'll go a little bit longer, but we'll do a few more super chats and then we'll take our mid-show break because I want to give it 10 or 15 minutes to really allow him to give an answer.
Let's do it. Target Focus Group says carrying a SIG. Someone remind us what SIG stands for.
Oh, didn't someone make a funny acronym about that? And I can't remember what it was.
I don't know.
One of our listeners did.
Shoot it good. All right. Alex G. So the episode was from June 16. They were talking about the lawsuit and legal fees and how Tyler's former partner walked away with $140,000. Wow. I listened to both podcasts, support both of y'all.
Oh, I walked away with $140,000.
Wow. Where'd that money go, Brent?
I would like to know myself. That's insane. And again, not saying that you're not telling the truth. I want to assume that you misheard that and give people the benefit of the doubt because I would not assume that Tyler would just blatantly lie about something.
That was very mature of you, Brent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
like a criminal investigation.
It's probably misinformation because it's not true. And Tyler would never say something so
that wasn't true.
Ridiculous.
He wouldn't say anything ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like a criminal investigation.
All right. Drunk Christian 03 says, you could add only one attachment to your, if you could only add one attachment to your AR, what would it be? A red dot, a suppressor, a white light, or upgraded trigger?
Oh, I hate it when they do the pick one things because I don't like being painted into a corner.
Red dot.
Attachment to your AR, would it be a red dot, a suppressor, a white light, or upgrade?
Does it already have sights on it?
Oh, good question. Drunk Christian, I'm gonna give an answer, but please let us know. You can even do it over in the regular chats. We'll try to get a eyes on it. Does it have iron sights on it already? It's not sexy, and people aren't going to like this, but I would take white light.
He says yes, it has sights.
White
White
light,
light.
because your red dot is useless if you can't see what you're shooting at. The day is 24 hours long. It's not sunny half the time, and there's a lot of places, even inside houses, when it's light outside, that you still can't see inside of. You have to be able to identify your target.
And Justin Credible says, add Washington's Immortals to your book club. 1st MD Regiment, who saved the Continental Army at Long Island. 400 strong, 13 returned.
Just incredible.
Bad day.
Join our Patreon, and you put it on the book club. Could you do that? Could you do that for me? No, but thank you so much. I appreciate that.
It's a good recommendation.
It is a good recommendation.
Right wing nut, 360 plus mosques in Texas. Brent in Texas. Too close to Louisiana for me, old son. But Muslims got to go. Y'all Texans let me down.
Their religion and their way of life just cannot coincide and coexist with our government and our way of life. And that's just a fact. And if they can, then they're just not following their own religion and scriptures.
Well,
it's that simple.
Well, they use and abuse our freedom based on our worldview and constitution just to establish their worldview in their community, to replace it with Sharia law, to take away all the freedoms that allowed them to get established. So, hard stuck says vertical grip, yay or nay? 3 scenarios. 1, direct action raids.
No.
2, sustained combat ops.
No.
Such as Ukraine. 3, SHTF government collapse. Clip this and it'll go viral.
No. There's nothing wrong with foregrips. There's nothing wrong with them. But I can tell you this, the pros don't use them. And the pros don't use them for a reason. And you can easily get the same first shot on target. But it's not about, I've said, if it's worth shooting once, it's worth shooting 10 times. It's about the follow-up shots and recoil management. And there's nothing better than a C-grip for recoil management. So
it also depends on what you're shooting, too.
No, it doesn't.
If you're shooting a 240, don't they have a grip on the front?
No. I'm just kidding.
They do, right?
People will take the bipods and kind of fold them up and then use it for that. Yeah, but that's a little bit different. And I get what you're saying about that, but that's more of an area weapon, if you will, because when you're going fully automatic, it's really not about precision.
Right. He didn't ask that, right? What are you asking for?
Oh, did I go back to it, Drew? Did he say on 240?
No, he asked.
No.
What would you, general question?
Yes. So yeah.
Just depends on what you're doing, what you're doing.
I get it. But in direct action raids, it's an M4. So it was an assumption on me that they were all M4s. And if my assumption is correct, then that's my answer. But I see what you're saying.
It's a good assumption.
Thank you.
Let's see here. We've got Wiley Coyote back from weeks out, and he's given a few bucks there.
Wiley Coyote.
What incredible love, brother. Thank you very much. Howdy, fellas.
Howdy.
Been off the grid in Latvia, learning how to timber frame and build log cabins like a man with Vikings. But Wiley is back in the saddle. Ride the lightning for the outro. Man, Wiley out there doing man stuff. That's incredible.
Wiley, I want you to come down here to the podcast.
Yeah, we need a Wiley.
And I want to know more about you.
Yeah.
You seem to be his nickname is going to be the Tier 1 podcast's most interesting man. I believe he might be the most interesting man in the comment section.
And while you're down here, you can help me build a cabin.
Yeah. I mean, it's hard to beat.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're going to Latvia building wood cabins, there's
Lafayette.
I have questions. I want to know. I love it. Good to see you, Wiley.
Mandel Handle says, what's scarier, harder, gunfights or asking for a smoke shows number sober?
We're asking for a smoke shows number sober. Yeah, that's the way you read that got so confusing.
Well, I don't pre-read all of them.
Okay, all right. Well, go. All right, go back to it. I'm a magnet. I'm just gonna send this to you.
Oh gosh.
Would you rather get into a gunfight or ask a hot girl for her number?
Gunfight.
Oh, there.
No, I shouldn't say would you rather. What's scarier? That was the question. What's scarier?
What was the question again?
Gunfight or asking a hot chick for her number?
Neither one.
Neither one are scary to you. Yeah, that's.
I mean, I've never been in a gunfight, but I mean,
that's scary that you would answer it that way.
The man oozes confidence, and I love it. Ryan, what's scarier, a gunfight or asking a hot chick for her number?
Well, I can tell you that's easy. If I ask a hot chick for her number, it won't be a gunfight. My wife will kill me. So there is no.
I would say then asking a hot chick for a number would be the scariest because of your girlfie's reaction.
My wife's reaction.
I'm sorry. Oh gosh, I'm sorry. Your wife's reaction.
Oh yeah,
there you go.
Yeah.
That's an appropriate answer.
Yeah.
I'll go with that one. I think that answer will go around the room then in unison. Okay.
In the short run, the gunfight is scarier, but in the long run, the smoke show is definitely scarier.
Okay.
All right. Rudy Botello says, game host, what is something you can say in bed and at the library? Answer, what I hold in my hand is the tip of the spear.
Nice.
Little book plug right there for tip of the spear.
I love it.
Well, don't say book plug too fast. You're gonna have to pronounce that. Give a little bit of a space. Book plug.
There you go.
For a self-proclaimed 50-state certified dumbass, you wrote a book.
I did.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Come on, that's pretty cool. Like there's, I mean, you talk about it's a mammoth project. To undertake, and I'm sure there's a self-doubt. It's so much. Am I capable of putting this thing in a coherent state that people can read it, or they would even want to read it? I mean, it's awesome that you wrote a book. I mean that.
Yeah, and the self-doubt part is definitely the biggest one because when you're sitting there and you're like, what am I doing? Why would anybody even give a shit? And it's, it goes back to that part. If your story can reach one person and help one person, then it's worth it. So it's like, okay. And again, it goes back to something my dad had told me. You're so worried about what people think about you, but if everybody liked you, you never stood for a fucking thing in your life.
That's right. Now, do you think you wrote a book partially because of the time you spent on a dive team? And that kind of Navy SEAL type culture of being on a dive team rubbed off on you?
So I was not a diver. So
you're on a dive team. And that culture still, exists.
I'm not going to lie to you. I have read some amazing books that are authored by Navy SEALs. Absolutely amazing books. And so I do. I think the SEALs have beat a lot of people to the punch, but if we don't tell our story, who's going to?
Exactly. And I've said it before. I mean, we beat up on them in a friendly fashion about
absolutely.
the book things. I'm glad they write books.
Me too.
I'm glad you wrote a book. I am. And I told you when you first got here before we did the recording podcast, if we don't, hold on, it matters your intent. And is it a look at me book and how amazing I am? You know, that's probably a problem.
Yep.
But most books, almost every book is not that way.
Yep.
Whether you're a SEAL, a Green Beret, a Ranger, whatever it is in this military, most guys are good guys. And if they wrote a book, they wrote a book for the right reasons and for good reasons. And the future generation has to have options of books to read.
Absolutely.
So they know that they want to become a Green Beret or a Navy SEAL or like Rick Prado's book, Black Ops, a CIA agent. Like if you don't read the books, how you gonna know what you want to be?
Yeah, Masters of Chaos.
Masters of Chaos was a great one.
Yeah, it's. I read that and I was like, I really want to do this. But also when you're thinking about the books and everything like that. I mean, and it is that book is a description of you, and there's a lot of people out there, SEALs, Green Berets, whoever, that have written books because there is so much therapy behind writing.
Yeah,
it's insane because you're literally taking everything from here and you're putting it on paper in something tangible. Yeah. And so that's the reason why you get a lot of these books that have been written by OEF guys. Is because that it's a therapeutic outlet onto paper.
And you were from a 7th Special Forces group.
Correct.
I'm just gonna ask you a question that just shouldn't have to be asked, but I have to ask it. Is everything in that book true? There's just been other guys from 7th Special Forces group that have written books, and so now I have to ask.
Yeah, absolutely. It can 100% be fact checked by.
I'm not concerned about that. Yeah. I'm not concerned about that.
Did Joe Rogan co-sign it on the back?
No, but
I see what you did there. Just little nuggets there, just little trails. All right, what else? What else we got?
Well, I could say this. Let's see.
Could, are you going to?
Tobia Scollin in the chats. You're a big talker there on the chats. You can always come over here on Thursday night and you can meet me right outside the front door and you can say those things to my brother in my presence instead of in the chat. How about that? Because you're about to get kicked for being a dumbass.
Well, it takes a lot to get my brother going.
Yep.
And he did it. I don't know what he said, but it got Drew
going.
It
looks like the anti-hero fan club is back in town because I guess. So I don't whatever they're saying that Tyler is saying is going on. Anyway,
he can meet both of us out front.
All right. He won't.
And then you got stuff like this at Dwazi 019.
No, that's Dwazi's
yeah, I know, but still 140,000 and then it's the 06. Well, I don't want to talk for you, Brent, but I could.
Yeah, it's fine. I got paid for a lot of hard work for a long time. I also drove a Dodge Ram with 200,000 miles on it for a long, long time.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. The man didn't spend money for years, okay? Yeah. And he's been wanting that for a long time. So he sacrificed and now reaps the reward of the sacrifice.
And if you're wondering, it's on payments. I didn't. $140,000 would have paid that thing off real easily.
Let's see.
Oh, did you? Just incredible. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Said joined last week, but suck at participating. It's all right. I'm glad you joined. Thank you, sir.
All right. Just Note 11 Bravo says, if you haven't yet, join the Patreon. You're welcome. It's a good one, brother. Good plug. P. Scott says, recently got broken up with, and these Thursday night lives are the highlight of my week. Hitting the range tomorrow with my new HK MR556 11-inch. Love Tier 1 podcast.
Nice. Get it.
Let's see. Joe Saunders, Yippee Kaye says, honest question for Ryan. Minefields in Ukraine. Once identified, would they use detonation cord to clear paths or do it manually one at a time?
Well, I mean, it depends. I mean, there's breaching operations, there's operational demining, there's humanitarian demining. And so with breaching operations, they're going to be conducting either explosive breaches or they're going to be marking and bypassing altogether the minefield. But that's breaching operations. That's military breaching operations. When it comes to more of the humanitarian demining operations, no, I've definitely seen, and what we do is it's the removal of the mines, and then they are brought to a location that's been approved for a what you would consider a cache detonation, and then you do a mass det and blow them all up and move on to the next field. But no, that's a really good question. There are the use of mitbliks and stuff like that there, but that's majority of that is for breaching operations.
Let's see. Hard Stuck says, how serious are S vests on target? Do they level buildings like in the movies, or is it like a big grenade? I know it depends, but generally speaking.
That's a good question as well. Mm-hmm. So it depends where they detonate. I have seen an S-vest almost collapse a building, but it's because it's in a room like this. Mm-hmm. You have a lot of overpressure, and so the smaller the room, overpressure. It's one of the few things that'll really crumble those mud huts that are dang near bulletproof. But if they go off outside, calling them a big grenade is a pretty good description of them.
I'd agree.
Yeah. There you go.
Gus, formerly Lone Star, says free steaks for life, but they have to be well done or stop and ask for directions everywhere you go.
Oh my gosh. I hate a well done steak. And steak is one of my favorite things to eat. So that one really hurts. But I can't stop and ask for directions everywhere I go.
This one's easy.
What is it, Drew?
I'll ask directions everywhere I go because I try to go as little places as I can.
That's the problem. I drive too much. I go too many places. That's a bigger problem for me.
Stop it.
Yeah, I can't do that to my steak. Although stopping and asking directions every time would be such a pain in the butt, but I cannot do that to my steak.
Because at one point in your life, a good steak might be all you really have.
It might be all you got.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, for sure.
I'm going to stop and ask directions with a really good steak.
How about you, Ryan? Which way you going with it, man?
I'll stop and ask for directions.
There you go.
I am 100% I get lost in my own kitchen. And so, no, I'm very used to stopping and asking for directions.
Let's see. TGA Paris says, About Face is the best military memoir, hands down.
I don't know if do you know which one that is? Gosh. Like that. I feel like I've heard that before.
I've heard of it before.
Yeah, but I can't remember what it's in reference to.
Jason Smith says, what it is, fellas. Bert, have you heard, from our friend Donnie lately? I wonder how he and the rest of the Iranian people feel about the deal that was struck. I hope we don't leave them high and dry.
That's a good question. You know what? I'm going to try to reach out to Donnie and see his take on it, see what he says, because I'm sure he's following it closely. Yeah, good question.
Hard Stuck says, be honest, do you like the nerd questions, Brent? Were either of you gun guys while on the teams, or did you not care about gear and it was just a tool?
I don't mind the nerd questions. I'll never pretend to know more than I do. I do know a little bit, but I would err on that side of that question. I viewed it as more of a tool, and I needed to know how to use this tool, the inner workings of that tool, and the dimensions of bullets and bullet grains and what it's made of, and all those things generally didn't matter to me. My job was to know how to use that tool. And that's what I was really good at. Now, some knowledge of that tool, is kind of part of being in and around that world, but I never really got too nerdy with it.
Yeah.
I just didn't.
Dwazi says, mine was a joke. Much love to you guys.
I already knew that.
I figured that, Dwazi. It was just a little too soon with what's...
soon?
What's going on in the chats tonight, which you probably didn't know what I was dealing with there, so it was just bad timing. Sorry, my brother.
About Face is Hackworth's book. Okay. Yeah, that's why we've heard about it.
The real Justin G87 says AHP garglers in chat are worse than Jizro.
Well, you said it, Drew.
Yeah, they're in.
They're in and they're out. The irony is all the comments they make only drives up the algorithm. They're not that smart.
Well, this is what's crazy. I thought it was over. So I was on the AHP a couple months ago, and I was just it came across my feed, so it was there. And Mike said something. I said, Mike's funny. I love Mike. And they're like, hey, Drew's in here in the chats, and we had fun. And they said, all right, we're calling off the dogs. Everything's cool. We're not going to go to that their text and cause trouble, because I blocked a whole bunch of them, and then they all asked if I would unblock them. But here we are again. So I don't know. Love it. Middle school stuff. Let's see. TBD Seer says, hello, gentlemen. Have either of you ran a bridged night vision with a thermal? I'm debating this setup or some 31s. Song Chop Suey. $20. Chop Suey.
Do you guys have night vision with thermal overlays by chance when you were at group?
I mean, I'm fairly certain some of the guys did, but again, I don't know that much about, I'm in the same boat as you. I was very comfortable with what worked for me. I mastered the basics of what worked for me. And, that would be the M4 platform in your Glock. And that's it. I can't get into, thermals and all that other stuff. I just don't know. So I'll sit here and look like an idiot.
And you carry a SIG.
Yeah. Well,
I do.
You also have the cojones to go digging around the dirt with a pokey stick to get IED or to get landmines out of the ground. So I don't think anyone's gonna come at you for not knowing a couple things.
It goes along with my 50 state registry.
Yes, I did use them, and I've used them particularly N31s. That's what you want to have night vision with thermal overlays. Gives you the best of both worlds, and hopefully you have one that allows you to toggle between the outline with the thermals and things like that, black hot, white hot, because they all matter in different environments, and certain thermal signatures, like I said, and settings are easier to see in different environments. And so you have to know how to use them, when to use them, and when to switch to get the best out of them. But they are great. They're great.
I think now that you explain it, I don't recall anything like that on our ODA.
Yeah.
Now that you've explained it like that, so
let's see. Holy Fook says, Ryan, what is the most surprising thing you have seen in the Ukraine? Any good lessons learned? Would these lessons have changed how you operated previously in the sandbox?
No, because a near-peer conflict or a peer-peer conflict is a lot different than a insurgency. And so when you're fighting, again, one military against another military, there is some similarities, but an insurgency is so much different. There are no zero lines or front lines or whatnot like that. The enemy is a civilian until they pick up that AK, and and until they pick up that AK, they are afforded all rights of the Geneva Convention and everything like that. And then they pick up the AK, and they still are, but you have enemy combatants in Ukraine. Whichever side you're on, there's the good guys and the bad guys. It's one military going against another military. So I guess a quick answer to your question, no, I would not change how we operated in Afghanistan from what I've learned in Ukraine.
Okay. Bacon Forge says, to the brainless haters in the comments, empty vessels make the most noise. Wise words. Evil Abe Lincoln, 3787, says, question for Drew. If someone gets bit in the hand by a wolf on a full moon, they become a werewolf. If I get my hand slammed in a house door or window on a full moon, do I become a warehouse?
Jeez.
These are the serious answers that we're here to address.
That's right.
The serious answers. These are the serious questions that we're here to address.
I mean,
and I'll answer it. Give it a try. I could use a warehouse. All right, let's see what happens.
research, innovation, technology.
Funny. Ezekiel Rodarte says, yo, big fan, been here since day one.
Nice.
First super chat. Glad to hang
love
out
it.
with the boys every Thursday night.
Thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate you being here.
Fun name to say. Holy Fook, Brent, have you set a date for Bob S to come on?
No, we're going back and forth on dates. It's on him, but I'm certain we'll get it done. We'll get it done. And before we get on the David Hookstead super chat,
yes, sir.
Thank you for watching, David. It's time for a break.
Yeah.
We are more than makers of steel. We are brothers in craft, bound by purpose and forged in pride. Every blade we shape carries the weight of the hands that built it and the hearts that will wield it. Brotherhood Blades stands for those who refuse to quit. The protectors, the workers, the doers. We forge with integrity, we carry with pride, and we stand shoulder to shoulder with those who live by the same code. Brotherhood Blades, forged in freedom, carried with honor.
If you've ever been to any of my tactical training classes, then you know how adamant I am about the use of white light and the importance of a quality, high-powered tactical light. That's why I use cloud defensive tac lights. You can't hit what you can't see, and neither can the bad guys. Clearly identify your target and simultaneously overwhelm his vision with hundreds and even thousands of lumens. Get serious about defending yourself and your family. Go to clouddefensive.com and use promo code Tier1 to get 30% off your order. That's right, 30%. You won't find a better light than this, and you won't find a better deal than this.
Revenge is an act of passion. Vengeance is an act of justice. Injuries are revenged. Crimes are avenged. Almost a century ago, big pharmaceutical companies re-engineered medical school curriculum and faculty with one goal: putting profit before progress. Anyone pushing back against the medical matrix they carefully crafted was threatened, silenced, censored, financially ruined, or worse. They are the problem. We are the solution.
You're clear to engage. Initials Mike Juliet Alpha. You're clear to engage with weapons. You're clear to engage with weapons.
Here at the Tier 1 podcast, we're excited to have Tasty Gains as a sponsor, a company with values that aligns with ours. I take their products every day, 3 times a day. And if it wasn't a product that I didn't take personally and believe in, and a company with integrity, then they wouldn't be sponsors on this show. Creatine helps the body produce more ATP, which is an energy molecule that your entire body runs on. It helps improve your physical and mental performance in all aspects of life. Let's be honest, creatine powder sucks to take every day. With the creatine gummies, you can take them with you anywhere and they taste great. Every batch is third-party tested, so you know you're getting exactly what you pay for. Go to tastygains.com and enter the promo code Tier1, that's Tier, the number 1, and get 20% off your order.
Hey guys, go to frcc.shop. Okay, we've got a great coffee sale going on. We sell lots of cigars. We don't sell as much coffee as we do cigars. So since we're not selling as much coffee, we're just going to slash the price and see if we can, get some of you guys drinking that better coffee at frcc.shop. Check out the prices. You should like it. Also, we sold out of our flavored cigars. They're out. We sold out of our cool pistol lighters. We're out. Stick with us. We're going to get them back in. Back to the show.
Back to the show. And what better way to enjoy a Thursday Night Live than with a bottle of FRCC bourbon? You better be doing just bourbon and a cigar and a live show with the boys. What's better than that? What's better than that? All right, what did good old David Hookstead have to say?
Well, let's see.
See if we can get back to him.
See if I find him.
Oop.
Sorry, guys.
No, you're good.
David Hookstead, there he is. If you could make a movie about any special operations raid, what would it be? For me, it'd be a certain raid you can learn about on Wikipedia by Googling Abu Kamal, Syria, 2008.
That was a good one. But I'm going to have to go with what I believe to be what possibly is the greatest special operations raid of all time. And that's the kidnapping of the Venezuelan president, Maduro.
Mm-hmm.
That's a movie. And what's even better is it's a movie. Like it is. It's so crazy. You don't have to church it up.
Mm-hmm.
Like the truth is good enough. It might as well be a documentary on it. That I think should be a movie. But because the Delta Force did it and they're too quiet, too professional, we may never get it. We may never get it, but I hope we do. What do you think?
So the al-Baghdadi mission, and just the dog alone in the tunnels,
right? That was a cool part.
Horrible what happened to that young lady, and what ended up happening in the end. But
evil doing evil things.
But evil getting what they justly
and then,
deserve.
But that's right. Mm-hmm. But also getting what they deserve.
Yeah, I would.
And dying like a coward.
Yeah.
I said,
so
don't cry. Don't cry, Abu.
I agree with you about the Venezuela mission, but I have to go back to what I've been thinking for years.
Drew, I can't hear him.
My bad. I couldn't either.
Okay. Nope. I was just kidding. If it's about the camera was on me while you were talking. I was just giving a hard time.
Gotcha. So that's
a solid one.
That would be what I would say.
I'll take it.
Joe Saunders, Yippee-ki-yay, says, honest question for Ryan in Ukraine. Did you experience conscripts? I got curious when you were speaking of peer-to-peer or near-peer, would consider conscripts peer or not?
Right. So really, really good question, but I'm going to have to give you a quick answer. I am a humanitarian. I don't do anything with combat or military operations or anything like that. So what I would consider that, again, it's still two armies going up against each other. And I'll leave it at that, and I will continue with my humanitarian, and we're just there to help people. I'm sorry for the horrible answer, but that's the answer that I have.
That's actually a great answer, to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
TG Barra says, Brent, I bought you and sent a link to your email for the About Face audiobook. For all the good you do, I wanted to do something nice for you.
Man, that is awesome. And I got a 3-hour drive coming up, and that's exactly what I'm going to listen to on that drive. I'm finally going to get to knock out that book instead of just hearing about it in the chats. Thank you.
But I thought you said you were going to listen to Truth in the Dark.
I'll listen to that too.
Just Incredible says, I saw MG's post about the upcoming interview. What's your default position about MG and his claims, controversy coming into the interview? Who's MG?
I saw MG's
Mike's
post. Mike Glover.
Mike Glover.
Post about the upcoming interview. What's your default position about Mike Glover and his claims, controversy coming? Sure, I'll answer this. Mike's had a few missteps, if you will. The first time, it had to do with his, I believe it was his long-term girlfriend at the time, and it had to do with, and he ended up getting arrested for it. And I said, when they asked me on the podcast that I was on, I said, well, I'm going to extend to Mike Glover the same courtesy that I extend to law enforcement, which is, this is what we know now, but usually when we hear more about it, it's a different story. And on the cops case, almost every time the cops end up being right. And when we heard more of that, I was really glad I didn't go with what we knew at the time. Because come to find out, Mike, there was no fault. He didn't break that girl's arm. She had fallen on a motorcycle or dirt bike accident and broken her wrist. Then it was a very different story. So I don't have anything against Mike. And the other thing, like what happens in people's personal lives, for the most part, I should say in people's personal lives. I get it. Like there's a time where it will reach a point of you can't ignore it in someone's personal lives, especially when you're a public figure. So I understand when you're a public figure, your private life isn't always your private life. But I have no issues with Mike because of that, and I'll give him an opportunity if he wants to further explain those, because it ended up not being what we thought about it initially. Anyway, so that's what I think about that.
Just Incredible says no. Yep, nope. The third. This is the last chat we got. The Third Coast Cowboy says, Ryan, condolences on losing Max. Slava Heroyam.
Yeah, no, Max was a good man, served his country, and yeah, it was pretty rough, but was a good man, and I believe everybody will be reunited again one day. So it's not goodbye, just see you later.
There you go. I would say let's go to the Instagram, but not yet. Not yet. This has been a question I've been dying to ask you, and it but it has to do with the Ukrainian war in general. I don't think there's a couple things about this war that no one could have predicted. One, that I don't think anyone really could have predicted that Russia wasn't just going to waltz right into Kiev and take it over. That's pretty crazy. I haven't met anyone who truly said anything different about that, especially at the beginning of it. And what are we, 4 years later into this war?
I mean, it's lasted longer than World War I.
That's crazy. How does this end? And you've been over there how many times?
13.
13 times. Will this end? How does it end? It's a simple question, but
no, it's going to end.
But you're close to it, and I feel like you have a thumb on the pulse of this thing. So whether I know it's opinion based thing, or maybe not, depending on what you're about to say. When and how does it end?
So this conflict is going to end. All conflicts end at some time. This conflict will end
sooner than later.
I believe it's going to be sooner rather than later. There's a couple of reasons why I believe that. Number one, the Ukrainians and their advances with drone technology, their ability to strike deeper and deeper inside of inside of Russia with Ukrainian-built long-range missiles, and the stalemate on the front lines. The stalemate on the front lines is literally, it goes back to what I said, 20 minutes ago, that you have no freedom of movement because of minefields and now drones overhead. And so if you have no freedom of movement, you're not moving anywhere.
Yeah.
And so now it's almost come to a point to where this zero line is drones fighting it out. Drone on drone. And so if you are not, if the zero line is not going to fluctuate very much at all,
then someone's going to have to negotiate.
Right. And so, are the Ukrainians, are they gaining ground in Zaporizhia, Dnipro, and places like that? Yes. Are the Russians gaining ground in, the remaining holdout areas of the Donbass? Yes. And so in the very end, how this ends, this war can only end one way, and that is at the negotiating table. And there's going to be a point in time, I believe, that the Russian population is going to have enough. Yeah. It happened in Afghanistan. The Russians didn't.
Right.
So the Russians, the Mujahideen, supported by the United States, they were able to hold their own against the Soviet Union in Afghanistan until the public got tired. Same thing with us in Vietnam, and so I also,
to a degree, us in Afghanistan as well.
Yes, and I also see that the clock, like the stopwatch, has started on the Russian on this agreement coming up, because of the fact that I believe that they are losing public interest in Russia, and Ukrainians, their country has been invaded. So it's very hard to lose public interest in Ukraine because it's their homes that have been invaded.
So let me throw a devil's advocate at you about this, why it's not so cut and dry. Ukraine has made a statement that at the end of the day, Russia will negotiate, but they want to gain territories over it. And Ukraine said, no, we're not giving up any territory over it. And if Ukraine won't budge over territory, which I don't think they will, and because they're not the United States, if Putin cannot leave this war without a win, I think he's that stubborn, and he can, because it doesn't really answer to anyone. So we have a stalemate there as well. This is hopeful and wishful thinking, but it almost happened with the Wagner group. If that continues, I mean, one way this ends is at some point Russia is going to have to remove Putin one way or another, because they're tired of bearing their sons in a war that they don't want. But take an assassination attempt out of it. Who's going to end up giving up then? If that's the other stalemate, there's a battlefield stalemate, there's a political stalemate. Ukraine says they will not give up territory. Putin's not coming out of this thing without some sort of win that he can hold on to. Who gives up?
So neither side is going to give up. And so the realization is Ukraine is going to, and again, this is all my opinion.
Yeah.
This is Ryan Hendrickson, and you guys already know what I'm certified in 50 states. So in my opinion, they're going to come to an agreement, and it's going to be an agreement that both sides are going to leave at a position of power. Now, when people are saying Ukraine is not going to give up the remaining however many kilometers of the Donbass, and the Russians are saying, well, then we're going to take it. The issue with that is this. The Russians have more manpower and resources than the Ukrainians do. And so if this is going to turn out to be a long, drawn-out meat grinder, we can go all the way back to World War II. And what was it, 22 million Russian soldiers? That's crazy. They are not opposed to the meat grinder mentality of warfare. And there is enough outlining areas in Russia to where they're going to be able to continually get men for this fight. Not to mention, Europe has been so intertwined into Russian resources, mainly natural gas and oil resources, that even though you can have the EU come up and say, oh, well, we're going to sanction and we're going to do this and this and this. That's all great for the frontline news, BBC or Sky News or whatever it is. But behind the scenes, that oil is still pumping.
Yeah.
And so if the Russians can monetarily continue this war, then they're going to. And so the real question is going to be, what is Kyiv going to get out of a agreement with settling or the possibility of losing the rest of the Donbass? How are they going to end this at a position of power? And I think there's a couple ways with that. And I've been, again, I don't know, but the way my brain works is, so the Russians want their buffer from NATO, which is also an excuse because they had no problem with Finland and stuff like that. But if they have the whole of the Donbass and in some of the area and in some of the other areas that they claim, okay, this is now Russian territory, and then if there was a demilitarized zone that would be monitored by someone of both countries choosing, and then the other part of Ukraine, if they were able to fall under, with the wishes, NATO or the EU or something like that, then that could be enticing. And that way the Ukrainian people will also know, hey, we got a victory as well. So is giving up any ground the right answer? No, this is sovereign Ukrainian territory.
Right.
But I'm trying to look at it through a You have a country that has no issue sending millions of people to die for a war that they believe in. And you have a country that is trying to maintain their sovereignty as a country, but they don't have millions of people to die to defend that country. So where do you start to make the deal?
So I have another question. I think it's clearly Russia's been exposed as a military because of this. But I believe two things can be true. Even though they've been exposed as a superpower, I mean, let's be honest. I mean, if Russia can't take Ukraine, they ain't got a chance at any of the big boys. Okay, right. But at the end of the day, I also believe if Russia really wanted to send their whole might and power, they could. I mean,
well, it's not a declared war.
They could just send millions of people in there and overwhelm it and take it.
Yeah.
But it seems like he won't or hasn't yet. Why has it played out the way it has and Russia hasn't decided that, you know what, screw it. We cannot lose this. We're being embarrassed on a world stage. Send the horde. Let's get it over with.
So
are they not capable of that, or are they just not willing to do it?
So in my opinion,
number
one, this is these are facts. This is a special military operation, not a declared war. Putin has juggled back and forth of actually declaring a war on Ukraine. And if you declare that war on Ukraine, now you have your strategic bombers overhead. Their cities are getting leveled like Aleppo.
Yeah.
And you're facing the full force of the Russian military. The other thing that the Russians have to have in consideration is they still have to have a global power.
Right.
Because if you diminish your entire military, which goes back to the one guy's question about conscripts.
Yeah.
If you diminish your entire military in a war in Ukraine, then all these outlining countries, what do you think they're going to do?
Now you're vulnerable.
You think Chechnya doesn't want to swing back?
Yeah, you put all your eggs in this basket. That's a great point. It's a great point.
And so
that's why I asked you the question.
Yeah, and so
not bad for a certified dumb guy.
In 50 states.
In 50 states.
50 states, and to my brothers in Canada, it could be 51. You never know. But if, my honest opinion about it is Russia is throwing at Ukraine what they can afford to lose right now without taking a major hit on the global power stage.
Okay. Appreciate that. Drew, let's go over to Instagram. Just a few more videos I wanted to see just because they're fun. Little change of pace. Let's go to let's work our way up from the bottom.
Listen, people, we had the whole, whichever fighter it was after he won, who said, Michelle Obama's a man. Listen, people have a problem. Everybody's up in arms about that. Okay.
Yeah.
He's an athlete who made a political statement.
Yeah.
Truthfully, if you want to go down to the nuts and bolts of it, that is no different than Colin Kaepernick and Megan Rapinoe kneeling for the national anthem. Whether you like it or not.
How many people called
Crass
Trump
or not,
a pedo?
I don't care because he's right. He can say whatever he wants. He's not a politician.
Bold faith, real truth.
Okay. I brought that up. And it's funny that we talked about this earlier, but I do like the way, I don't know if I fully agree with him, but he does have a connection there, and it's worth a discussion. I mean, just because one's one's an in your face, and one seems to be a respectful, even though to me, kneeling for the national anthem is super disrespectful. The common theme that he's trying to put out is making political statements and doing disrespectful things, whether it's saying something. To me, kneeling to the flag was just as disrespectful, if not more, than saying that ridiculous thing. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was funny. I wouldn't have said it. It's just, it wasn't, I'd like us to be better than them, in every aspect. But what do you think about that correlation about connecting Colin Kaepernick to the current situation and say, hey, let's be fair on both sides. This isn't the first time an athlete's weighed in, yet they get a pass and this guy doesn't.
So I'll be absolutely honest with you. One of the things that absolutely fucking destroys me is when athletes use their position as an athlete to spew whatever political stance that they have. I cannot handle it. I hate it. I hate it with every fiber in my body when you're listening to an athlete who is going to come out and give their political opinions in uniform representing that team or that community. Because what do teams actually represent? Teams actually represent cities. Teams actually represent communities. And you're going to come out and you're going to say something like that. And I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Kaepernick. I don't care if it's LeBron James or this guy. That's the wrong platform to do that on. You are a public. You are a public personality. You have a public presence. If you did not want that public presence, then you shouldn't have gone into a public sport. Yeah. Football players or anything like that. If you didn't want to be in the public eye and looked up, how many millions of kids look at you and you're their idol and yet you're allowed to do this.
We don't have so much time. So I'm
sorry.
No, you're good.
I get fired up on that one.
I get it. But you brought up some good points that and also before I forget to talk about. You actually made a really good point of while you're in uniform. And I'm not talking about a military uniform because clearly they're not in there. But at the end of the day, if you're in that locker room or wearing your work uniform, you are representing another company and you're representing that as a whole, yet those are your personal opinions. I never really thought about it till you said it like that. That I have a problem with. I have a problem with it. They should say, hey, wait till I'm out of work because I don't want the power of this uniform and this place to give weight to me. I'll talk about it, outside of this because I believe they should have a political opinion because they're voters and they're Americans. Yeah, and
you should.
But when they say something negative about the country, have your political opinions. That's fine. But if you're going to talk negative about the country and say this country has a problem, this is a racist country, and kneel and say, I'm ashamed of this country, even though you'll represent its colors and its team
and love the money you're getting paid
and all the money that you could only get paid here. That I have a massive problem with.
And also the organizations that force their players into their beliefs, as in we just saw in San Francisco with the Giants.
Great example.
I cannot stand that.
Right. Yep. No other place really would that fly.
I don't think he was making a political statement. I think he was just saying, if you watch Josh Hackett prior to this statement,
Mr. Middle Finger there, he's over the top.
He's almost like a WWE wrestler.
Right.
Like he's not
the way he walked in like a cartoon character.
If you saw him at the
he's looking for attention.
If you saw him at the news conference that they had, he was talking trash to Ilio Poirier.
He showed up fake drunk at the weigh-in. So let's not take this guy too serious. He doesn't take himself too serious.
Yeah, he's not doing it like. He just said a statement just because he wanted to get a reaction out of people. It wasn't right. It wasn't kneeling for the for the flag. He wasn't making a political statement like an actor does too.
No, that's a good point.
He wasn't doing that.
Yep, I get what you're saying. I agree.
Right, but I think the standards need to be both, whether it's political or saying something like that. You are in the public light. You're an inspiration to so many people. You need to be held to a certain standard, and if you can't hold yourself to that standard, then sorry, dude, you can have that opinion on your own
and Dana
without
White,
a paycheck.
And Dana White came out and said that what he said.
He did absolutely.
Right, and you know what? And I appreciate Dana for doing that because that's what those major league teams should do and say, hey, that guy doesn't represent us, and nor should he be talking about that while either inside an octagon or inside my team room, my locker room, or in my uniform.
Absolutely.
All right, what else we got in the And the Instagram videos drew.
DHS is now confirming moments ago there was suspected ringleader accused in a plot to carry out a mass casualty attack on the UFC event at the White House last Sunday is an illegal immigrant. Abraham Alvarez, a 31-year-old from Mexico, who came here as a child, overstayed his visa, and then allowed to stay under the DACA program during the Obama administration, the so-called Dreamers. Former FBI investigator Bill Daley joins us now. Bill, this is a hideous plot. It looks as though there's some type of military in the background. It seems as though they've had a few phases to it, and now we find out an illegal is behind it. What's your conclusion?
Well, I kind of summed up with probably three words. Chilling, stunning, and certainly gravely concerning.
DHS is now confirming.
There's a couple of reasons I wanted to show this, and it was perfect that it just happened because we didn't plan this episode out as well as we normally do because of time constraints, and we luckily got that one on the tail end of this last conversation.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people I've talked to or asked about that didn't even know that happened, which is pretty crazy. How is that not a bigger story? But that's because law enforcement as a whole, whether it be the law enforcement there, the security, Secret Service, did their job and foiled it. And I hate it. Any slip up, remember what was it, the banquet, like was it the press banquet or what is it called?
Yeah, the guy that ran
in. At the end of the day, but don't get me wrong, it could have been better, but the guy didn't get through the first ring of security, was nowhere close at getting in the same room as the president, but they got raked over the coals as if it was some huge failure that even happened. They got it done. They got it done with foiled the whole plot. And one article I read said their plan with that drone attack was to cause chaos and confusion, get them running away, and then shoot them once they corral them into a different area, and then cause mass casualties. This could have been absolutely devastating. And you know what our boys did? Sniffed it out, took care of it, nothing happened. No one at the event even knew the danger that they were possibly in. And it's barely a story. Let's give credit where credit's due. And it's just the world we live in. Negative things gets the clicks and views. Positive things is just a blurb, and hardly anyone hears it. But I'm glad that we got to put it out on this show, which will get 10,000, 20,000 views, and if they make it this far, and they'll at least know, hey, be proud of the people securing Americans at that event, because they did that night.
And good for the UFC for having the security that they had. Also,
how awesome is that?
They had they had 85,000 people in the place right next to it. How bad could that have been?
It was huge. All right, Drew, let's go back to the super chats.
Super chats. Just Incredible says, "Yep, I'm with you on the DV issues. My question was more about the Delta controversy. Personally, I love MG, but I'm not in the unit."
I hate to make us another super chat over this. What is the Delta controversy that you're talking about? I'm gonna go out on a limb here and assume it has to do with the confusion of whether he was an operator or not.
Maduro?
No, about Mike Glover being an operator or not. But I don't know. I've seen him say that. I've seen him in. I don't want to say insinuate it, because when you insinuate something, that really goes back to intent. And are you just being general with your statements, or are you being misleading? That has to do with intent, and so only he would know that. But I've also seen him say that he was a support, and I was with TSE.
He did stuff with the unit,
and I did stuff with the unit. I've seen him say that he didn't make OTC. So just clarify that for me, if you will.
Sonny Marbury says, "Sup fam, I hope everyone's week was good and weekend gets better. Brent, can you give us a pose? or 2 for the purpose of gains gained since you started the challenge. Kidding. Love y'all guys.
I'll give you 1.
There you go.
I'll give you 1. Look at that.
Boom.
Look at that.
Boom.
Look at
Boom.
that.
Those aren't SIGs, boys. All right. That wasn't on you, Ryan.
Those aren't SIGs.
Boom.
So, also, I just want to say, hey, Sonny, thanks for the pizza tonight, man. Appreciate it. Luke Chavez says, hi, Mr. Tucker. Is the dynamic versus deliberate debate in CQB overcomplicated? Isn't it really just about getting to the best firing position with both having their place?
Yeah. I like the way you simplified that. Yes, it is about getting to the best firing position. And when it comes to dynamic, you're trying to get to the best firing position inside the room because something's pushing you, speed is pushing you. When it comes to deliberate, time is not a factor, and you're trying to get to the best firing position outside the room. I like the way you simplified that. I might even steal that for my next class. Just to, sometimes just saying things different. Some people understand it this way, that way, and so if you can explain things the same thing in 2 or 3 different ways, you can get everyone in the class to understand it. I might use that.
Moondog 72, a couple beers for the boys. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Moondog. Thank you very much for the love. Gray Matter Concepts, $100, man. Thank you so much for the love. Speaking of representation, I currently do PSD for the CENTCOM commander. I am leaving PSD and going back to Big Navy. Should I be cool with my junior sailors or strict to rep PSD? I want them to be the best they can and make it through the toxic culture my next command has.
You know what? I don't necessarily even need to give you an answer because just based off your self-awareness of what's going on and what you want to accomplish, I believe you'll get to the right answer. But
maintain the standard.
Maintain the standard. That's right. Keep the standards high and maintain the standard.
Absolutely.
Joe Saunders, Yippee-ki-yay, says, great live, y'all. I love this community. Anti-hero certainly earned their name tonight. Outro song, Carly Simon. You're so vain. Dedicated to AHP, LOL. All right. Dwazi, back in again. Ryan, since you live in the gunshine state, you can pick the right answer. Glock. They're not going to let it go, bro. LOL. Also, Brent was Tamir Ransom on your team? I saw he was A squadron.
I don't know his name.
Oh,
sure.
Let's see. Just Incredible back in says, okay, hashtag worth it. He refuted the claim that he was support and insisted that he was in and part of the unit.
In the building.
In the building. Just trying to get your perspective on everything.
Okay. I haven't seen him refute the claim that he was support and insisted that he was in and part. So he was in the unit. He was part of the unit. He was in the building. Those are all true. If he said the words, I was never support, I would have to see it. And if that's true, I would talk to him about it because Mike is a nice guy, and anyone's fallible. And if he said that, anything's open for discussion. He'll be on a live on Tuesday. You can ask him.
There you go.
Well. But you better make sure what you say is right. That's all I ever ask. But I know this community, you guys will.
Well, there's another voice in the chat said Glover has never claimed to be a Delta operator. He's always said he was support. Further, he's partially told the story of how he got dropped during selection. So it's another opinion in the chat.
Again, because I don't know, but I have a hunch. I think he was on Mike Ritland's not too long ago, and there was a short or a clip made, and the header of that says, Delta Force operator Mike Glover. But Mike doesn't make those or approve them. Like when I go on someone else's podcast, they don't send it to me for proof. So I don't know if that was a Mike Ritland situation or if Mike said something he shouldn't have said. I don't know. But again, I've seen Mike say that he was support. So I'm going to give people the benefit of the doubt, as I do, and assume it was on the other side. But there you go.
Let's see. Right Wing Nut says, Ryan, thanks for coming on and thanks for your selfless service, brother. Respect.
Yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, you guys, I didn't know Ryan before today, but I heard his story during the recording, and you guys are going to want to hear his recording. What a beautiful life, beautiful story. When you look at it from this perspective, from this side of all the pain, right, Ryan?
Yeah, no, it was great. It was a great conversation. And again, very easy show to come on because, it is a small world. And so, you have like Kyle Morgan and Brett and everybody's together. And, that it's just, it makes it really easy to come on here, feel comfortable and just have a great conversation. Just boys. And when you have no pressure, and the conversation just flows. You get to talk about so much stuff. So yeah.
We enjoyed it. Let's see. Cade Bearden says, will we ever get Pat Payne or Mike Vinning? Also, could we get a cool or funny Joshua Wheeler story? Seemed like awesome guy. Thanks for everything.
I've talked to Pat about going on. Even though he's thrust in the public eye, he does not like doing public things, and so he has kindly declined the offer. But it was really cool to see him, walk out with one of the fighters. Unfortunately, it was the last fight, and he walked out with the other guy. And I'm sure Pat wasn't super happy about that. I am in talks with Mike Vining. It's just a scheduling issue. He offered to do a remote, and I almost thought about doing it because it's Mike Vining, but I was like, no, I'll wait for him to be able to come down here in person. So no, Mike is definitely Vining is definitely coming. Oh, Josh Wheeler. I have a quick Josh Wheeler story. He was there was a support guy running the target next to him, and the support guy and there was an all-out rush, and the support guy should not have been that far ahead, but he must have just got caught up in the excitement, and the support guy gets shot on the way up, and Josh just throws his tourniquet that he had on his chest rig, throws it on the guy, and goes, "Self-aid, stud." Well, the kind of funny part about it is the support guy got shot through both of his arms. So got shot that went through.
Oh man!
And so he couldn't put the tourniquet on himself. so the old good intention, self-aid, stud. That became a long-standing joke for a while.
That's funny.
Josh was hilarious.
Gus, formerly Lone Star, with possibly the best super chat of the night, says, shout out to Drew, my favorite Tucker. Oh, man, you haven't met our mom.
Gus, I'm right here.
Yeah. It's right there. I'll give you that 5 later. I'll Venmo you that 5 later, Gus. Let's see. Ezekiel Rodarte says, hey, Brent, you fan of comps on Glocks? Me, I'm a fan of the Ramjet. Your thoughts?
I had a comp on my Glock, but I ran one without one before that. I put it on there. I really saw no difference. If you really want to know the reason, I had an extended clip and a cool red dot. Well, not the red dot necessarily, but and a comp because my gun looked really cool. You got to look cool.
Yeah,
you got to look cool.
If you don't look cool, you're doing it wrong.
Rule number 1, right?
That's right. But I kept it on there. I just don't know what it really gave me, but I had one.
Dwazi back in says, Ryan, did you have a nickname? Tamir was EOD.
Okay. Did you have a nickname? I know you did. You probably had several over the years, but
so it depends on what
Which branch?
What part of my life? So
let's run through them real quick. This will be the last thing of the night.
All right, growing up as a kid would be
military.
Oh, military.
Yeah, we'll keep it military.
Military. Okay. ODA. I don't know. I mean, oso, I guess, is bear in Spanish or something like that. Amongst other things that, again, Brett had told me keep it PG. So there was probably other call signs out there that
it happens.
Yeah, it happens. So yeah, we'll go with that militarily.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see. Last one we have here. Gray Matter Concept says, "Thank you guys, always maintaining the standard. Go Navy, breed Army."
How dare you? How dare you? Oh, that's kind of funny.
Brent's right here.
That's kind of funny. I'll give it to you. Not only will I give it to you, I'll give it to you, and I'll steal that for for future things. Ride the lightning. Here we go. Possibly. All right. Old Rack Shadow, good to see you in the comment section, brother. Good to see you. You know, I usually keep it pretty cool in YouTube comment sections. Rack Shadow said something, and I fired back at him. And he was a Patreon member, and he wrote me a message. He's like, "Dude, why'd you say that?" And I was like, "You know what? You caught me on a bad day. I am human. I don't normally go back that hard." I was like, "But you kind of came at me too." And he was like, "Yeah, I did." But it's always cool to have that little bit of interaction and then just talk it out. I remember you, brother. Bruce Wayne, Brent is Seth. I shot you a text, but did you receive the flag yet? Ooh, I have received some flags. Can you?
It's a white flag, right? I'm pretty sure I brought it here.
I think it's on the couch right outside.
Yes. I think it's out in the garage.
Yes. Yep, we sure did. Thank you.
We got it.
Thank you. I will be hanging it up in the garage soon because that's where it's at. It's out there. It just needs to be hung up. Right wing nut, Brent. How about Charlie Ross? Think he would come on? I'll see if he'll come on. Charlie Ross is a great dude. He's an absolute savage on target. That's right. All good. Iron sharpens iron. I'm like a dog. I don't hold grudges, but I still have a memory. Joe Sanders, yippee-ki-yay, who's always in the comment section. A most excellent live, y'all. Thanks to Ryan, Brent, and Drew in the Tier 1 community. No mention of Magnet. And I wonder why. What'd you do to him? What'd you do to him?
A longer beard? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe a longer beard. Heard of the operator Eileen Ulick? Well, Eileen sounds like a female's name, and so females can't be operators. So no, never heard of her. Let's see. Oh, Big Strick 02 coming in at the end. Great live as always. Thank you. Definitely appreciate the late super chats. As you know, our silly little song selection things gets us demonetized. So, so I appreciate it. 99 Garage, always great show. Thank you guys. Thank you guys, man. I really, really appreciate it. Piercy226 coming in with a little donation. Man, I appreciate it, brother. I do not know, missed the joke. It was Eileen Ulick. Eileen Ulick.
God. Jeez.
Got him.
Got him. Got me. Got me. Joe Cybers comes back. Sorry. Thanks, Magnet.
Thank you.
Can I start a podcast playlist for a gym playlist? Yeah, I probably should. I need to see. Probably do that for sure. Bob Smith, new PM England. Is there a new Prime Minister of England? New PM England? All right.
They want him out.
Oh, well, yeah, they need a new PM for sure. Brent, you still owe us your CAD call sign storing the Patreon. Oh, I was going to mention this. We're about due for another Patreon live session, aren't we, boys? I will post that. I said we do one quarterly. It's about that time. So yeah, we got a Patreon only live coming up, and I really like that last one. Hang out with you guys. It's a little more intimate. It's a weird word to use, but yeah, I'm using it. Going with that. Trump awarded another Medal of Honor, I believe, this evening. Anyone hear about that?
No.
I'll look into it. All right. I want to know the story. Let's see here. Highly recommend the caramel coffee for cold brew. I'm telling you, I love cold brew. Drew, I think I like the bourbon pecan for cold brew, but you want caramel cream,
I'm the caramel cream.
Yeah,
yep,
you are.
I do like it.
You're wrong, but doesn't mean you can't have an opinion.
I like being wrong. I like it. Okay. I like being wrong.
Man, that'll fade out. You know what? And I'm going to do this one for Gus because he's an Ella fella. And I'll hang out just a few more minutes for Chase in Texas.
Ryan, what is a Ukrainian soft serve?
A Ukrainian soft serve?
I don't know. That's what they're asking.
SOFT, soft
What's a
serve.
Ukrainian soft serve? Like the ice cream, I guess? Soft serve?
I don't know.
I've
maybe.
Yeah.
Does Chris Fettis make one of those?
I've no idea.
Probably. I got him.
Nice.
That was a double win. It was a joke and a plug for Chris Fettis.
Yeah.
Look at that. That's
There you
high
go, Chris.
level. That's high level, boys.
That's tier 1
That's right.
advertising right there.
That's tier 1 humor right there.
Oh, gosh.
All right. Gus really bringing down the mood here, but he deserves it. The man is active in this community. He gets it. A Cleveland steamer. I don't know if that's a Ukrainian soft serve. As a Cleveland
I have no idea.
It sounds like dog crap in the yard.
Yeah. Oh, man. Thank you, Dwazi. Trump awarded Major James Capers, Colonel John W. Ripley, and Major Nicholas Dockery. All right. Gus, I already called you that fella. I knew you'd be there. All right. Yeah, now I'll have to look that up. And it's not just one, two, three, all officers, by the way. So it must be maybe more stuff aviation-wise. I wonder if it has to do with the pickup.
No, Nick Dockery was in our company.
Oh.
Yeah, he was
an SF guy?
Yeah, he was a GB, but he got awarded the Medal of Honor for something he did in conventional.
Really? Okay. All right.
Yep.
Well, now I want to know.
Yep.
Now I got to find that out on the ride home and listen to a book.
Yeah.
It's going to be a busy ride home, but I got some time.
Yeah, he was on the Halo team.
So Seth says the flag sent was black with our team logo on it. Should be the outline of Texas with a sword in the middle. We were way off.
Way off.
I haven't seen it.
I also haven't checked my mail in about a week.
Yeah.
So remind me to do that. I got to do that before I take off here at the studio. I'll do that. It may be sitting out there right now.
Well, thanks for the follow-up, Seth. We'll check it out.
Yes, thank you. Oh, 2 Vietnam veterans and 1 Afghanistan, and we know which one the Afghanistan is. Man, I love the chat. The chat is all on it. They'll let you know when you're wrong, and if you don't know an answer, you just ask the chat. They're like our Chat GPT. You just ask a question like, I got you. I'll give you an answer real quick.
Did you read this super chat? I was dazing off.
Yes, and Trump, Major Capers got his Medal of Honor. And was that the one you were talking about? Was that Capers or a different one? Which one did you say?
Nick Dockery.
Nick Dockery. Okay. All right. Billy Batty.
And also
this
Nick
right
Dockery's
here.
a really good guy, by the way.
What if I got in bed with someone and they request something odd and I don't know what they were talking about? I think it has to do with that current conversation that was going on there. A B-52 did go down this week.
Yes,
you don't hear about that. Like, I mean, you heard about this one, but that does not happen very often.
Was it 8 people that passed?
Yeah, sounds about right. They have a full crew in them. Man, I hate to hear that. Tier 1 chat GPT. Yes. Yeah. B-52 crashed. I joined 82nd when they went to Haiti during the earthquake of 2010. Now, that's some good content. Met some guys, said it was crazier than the surge. I could only imagine. I mean, as a gosh, what's that called? There's an acronym for it. It's called a non-combatant, and man, this is killing me. Anyway, it's a non-combatant operation. Yeah, I'd imagine going to Haiti in 2010 dealing with an earthquake would be some stories. It's not a normal place to go.
I've talked to guys, and yeah, they were saying there was quite a bit of fighting with the gangs.
Yeah. And of course, it's like, again, one of the worst kept secrets. The other horrible outfall of that is how much the Clinton Foundation made with their donations to Haiti and then pocketed millions. And I think they rebuilt something like 3 buildings. I'm being a little bit dramatic about that, but the investigation into that was amazing.
And did other things too.
Gosh. All right. Thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. We got 2 lives next week, and I'm really looking forward to that. One of them next Thursday is with your former teammate, Kyle Morgan. But tonight is about you, sir. Thank you so much for coming on the show. Thanks for doing a recording as well with us. You guys will hear a lot more about his military story. If you want to know even more, because at the end of the day, that's only a couple hours, and there's a lot more information right there in that book that he wrote, Tip of the Spear. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it from his website. Your website is?
It's we have landmineremoval.org and ryanmhendrickson.com.
There you go. Ryan, thanks so much for coming on. As we always do, around the room. Magnet, what say you?
Oh, guys, thank you so much for all your support, especially for this 2 months of me being not able to work. Just another love from Bravo. Thank you so much for your support, too, with Guardian uniforms in Illinois. You guys want to check it out. I'm also running a 10% Father's Day special. So if you guys go on the website, lionarmsusa.com, and go check out my Instagram. You can check out the Glock that we just finished with Hell Arms on lion_arms. Go check it out. Thank you, guys.
All right. Drew, what do you got?
Hey guys, I've been doing lives on Sunday nights at 7 o'clock because it's Sunday. So it's, church day. It's the Lord's day, the day Jesus rose from the grave 2,000 years ago. So check it out. Truth in the Dark at YouTube. We're doing lives, and I do like a 15 to 20 minute little lesson, and then we just open it up to Q&A. And man, let me tell you, you guys come with a lot of great questions. We have some great discussion, and it's the highlight of my week. So appreciate it. Truth in the Dark.
I love it. That's my brother. Ryan, you are the guest. You get the last word.
Yeah, well, first of all, you guys having me on here, it means a lot to me. It's been absolutely amazing, our conversation we had earlier. And platforms like this, it's critical for veterans. There's so many veterans out there that have stories that need to be told. Veterans need to be telling their stories, not just for themselves, but because it helps other veterans.
I agree.
And we need to be watching out for ourselves. And so platforms like this is just absolutely amazing because it gives veterans a voice and to be heard. And as we've seen with the super chats, a lot of people are hearing it.
Yeah.
And so, it's an honor. And obviously you're going to, but since I get the last word, I just say, just keep crushing it, brother, because it gives us a platform to talk.
I appreciate that. And that is the last word of this episode. See you Tuesday with Mike Glover. Later, guys.